How's it going, everyone? So this weekend is the National Reptile Breeders Expo in Daytona Beach, and we are here just to attend and not to vend, which is really cool because it's not something that we get to do very often, and so we miss out, on a fair amount of what's going on at the show because we're always stuck behind the booth. And so I'm really excited this weekend to just be able to spend some time walking around, hanging out with people, and enjoying the show as a regular attendee. This show is a little bit special for me as it is by far the closest of the larger expos to where we're located in Charleston, South Carolina, and it was the first of the larger expos that I ever attended. And so I get to go and meet people that before we started the business I looked up to a lot and still do. But now that we've started the business and the following has grown, I get to actually hang out and meet and talk to them. And that's really cool to see how things have progressed over the past 2 years to where we are now. And so I'm excited to go back because I haven't been to this show in a few years since we started the coffee business. And so it'll be exciting to go back and see it from a different perspective, from like a business owner within the reptile world, as opposed to just a regular attendee. So I'm excited. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy hanging out with us at the National Reptile Breeders Expo in Daytona Beach, Florida. Look at that view. I don't think you could get much better. Third floor, balcony, beachfront, high enough to see over the tiki hut, but not too high that you miss out on the just exquisite beach view. So can't get much better than that. I think I might just stay here instead of going to the show. Hang out on the patio or the balcony and read a book. I'm just kidding. I'll go to the show. Maybe a little late.
You ready?
Yeah.
Ready. We're sitting here with Trey from Cold Blooded. It's caffeine.
Caffeine, yeah.
Caffeine. There we go. So, how many times do you get asked? Is it Cold Blooded coffee or caffeine?
It gets yeah. So we do get mixed up with Cold Blooded Cafe quite a bit from being in the reptile world.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times at shows and stuff, and we're there. We'll get confused. Coffee. There is another Cold Blooded Coffee, which is why we're not Cold Blooded Coffee. So we purposefully did caffeine to try to avoid that confusion.
Yeah. So, when you guys conceived this idea,
Yep.
right? What was the instinct to do this in the reptile?
So I bred reptiles and kept reptiles for since like 2012. So a good 10 years before, 9 years before we started the coffee business. So I was already kind of like connected a little bit within the reptile world. And that's where the idea came from, is to merge the two businesses. I was actually in the grocery store one day looking at coffee and noticed a Brazil coffee and a Colombian coffee. And I was like, man, I've got Brazilian rainbow boas. I've got Colombian rainbow boas. I've got BCI stuff, And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So then I looked into it a little bit more and was like, oh, this is actually like really good for reptiles and in their environment. Coffee's a shade plant, so you don't have to destroy old growth forests to plant it. There's studies that show reptile biodiversity increases in coffee plantations. So it all just kind of came together. I was thinking reptiles, but we definitely made sure that we proved it out and made sure that it made sense in that idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. When I don't remember. I think it was Daytona. I think I sent you guys the message.
Yeah.
Like right after.
Yeah.
And I thought it was an amazing idea. So I'm Cuban Nicaraguan.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
my haircut. So growing up, we always had coffee after work.
Sure.
My Cuban grandma, we at home and literally it was ready for us.
It's just a part of the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was always into coffee, and when I saw that you were doing some of the affiliate programs with Falls, I know now you're talking with Adeline and stuff like that. I was like, dude, like I need to figure this out. Like, I need to be a part of it. And I'm real grateful that you guys accepted it, and it's been a big hit.
Y'all have been a great affiliate partner.
Yeah.
Very active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in it. I definitely believe in it. I have a similar thing where, I would go into like the local super right here's Publix. And I go into Publix and everybody has their fancy, different brand of coffee or whatever. And I'm like, dude, like this is perfect. I've even thought about like pitching it to some of the smaller local coffee shops and just being like, oh, like, you should sell this coffee.
Yes.
It's good coffee.
I mean, you're welcome to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, we can talk about
For sure. Yeah. I think that it's definitely been a big hit. Every time that I've gone to any of the reptile shows, everybody's always raving about it. And as a matter of fact, I had somebody that was going to purchase one of the things of coffee, and they were like, "Oh, but is the company over?" And I'm like, "No, they're not." And they're like, "Well, I like the other coffee better." And I was like, "Well, go buy the coffee." And then on the other spectrum, I've had people come up to the table and be like, "Oh, this coffee here, the Reptiles with, is the best one for the line."
right.
And
Right.
you know, it's I'm really happy with that.
And we did that intentionally. So we wanted all of our affiliates coffee to be unique. We didn't want to just rebrand our coffee
Yeah.
as yours. And because that's not unique to you, people aren't going to be drawn in
Yeah.
unless they're just big fans of your brand, which is great. But we wanted you to also have people looking for you that may not have ever bought a reptile from you because they tasted your coffee and they liked it and they wanted to get it from you.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I legitimately don't drink any other things. The only time that I drink another coffee is if like I'm out and I'm getting coffee somewhere else. But as far as like I make this coffee at home,
Yeah.
you know, my wife gets home every day. She's like, "Oh, can I have coffee?" And I'm like, "Yes." The Reptiles with coffee.
There you
Best
go.
coffee.
It's like a little commercial every
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. So I'm all happy with it. The guys from Tiki's Geckos, David, he likes it also.
Great.
And man, thank you so much for doing this with us. It's been great. Do you guys have anything like big and cool for here?
Yeah, so we've got a new blend that's going to be launching soon. I can't say who it's with yet,
Okay.
But just stay tuned.
Well, I saw you guys traveled somewhere.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes,
I won't say who it is, but
So there's a hint there. It's a big hitter.
yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. We're also launching, and I'll give you the exclusive on this one.
Hell yeah.
We are launching a line of tea coming up. Yeah. So we're doing a line of tea that's going to be coming out here, hopefully in the next month or two. I'm trying to get it before Arlington.
Okay. We gotta talk about it. I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline about that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, one more time, I appreciate you. Do you want to like tag yourself? Like,
Yeah,
people where to
for
find
sure.
you?
So check out coldbloodedcaffeine.com. We have a whole line not only of affiliate coffees but also signature coffees,
Yep.
some higher end like specialty locality coffees. And then you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're pushing hard on the YouTube as well. So check us out, Cold Blooded Caffeine, on all those platforms.
And for the future, if there's anything that I can do to help you guys out, specifically, I work in like web development and stuff like that.
Yeah.
just let me know. I'm really happy with your brand. I'm really happy with what it is you're doing. I resonate with it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.